Hi, this is Traceyhd, and I want to thank you for joining me today for another Oracle Tarot deck review. And today we will be reviewing the Tarot of the Vampires by Ian Daniels. And I had just received this a couple days ago. And I wanted something, kind of edgy for Halloween that's going to be coming up soon. And this deck is amazing. It's a 78 card tarot deck. The box is rather large. It's a collapsible box, so I'd be careful not to stack anything on it. I would probably store it upright so it doesn't get crushed. And inside the box, we are going to find the cards and an amazing guidebook. Okay. There is somewhat of a cardboard tray inside here, as you can see. And inside the box, we have this amazing book. It is such a thick book. I was really surprised to find something like this inside this box because the card deck was reasonably priced, and I was pleasantly surprised. And inside this book, the guidebook, is going to tell you about the artist and the author. Okay. It's a very lengthy guidebook. It's over 300 pages. Yes, it's 301 pages, and it basically tells you the story about the deck, okay, the nature of matter and time, alchemy about the cards. It's going to tell you about the major arcana and minor arcana. And in this book, which I've also made notes here in the side column, the Scepters are going to represent the wands. The Grails are going to represent the cups, and the knives will be the swords. And lastly, the skulls will be the pentacles, which I found very interesting. It tells you a lot about the Kabbalah and Tarot. Very, very interesting. A very lengthy book to read, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Very interesting, and it will tell all of the cards and what their meanings are. There aren't any pictures of the cards, though, which I was surprised, but that's okay. So let's take a look at the cards. These cards now were trimmed, okay? These are smaller than what you would normally get with this kit. I trimmed the border off because I do not like borders on my cards. I feel it's very easy to see more details without the borders that are distracting. The cards are durable. They're decent card stock, kind of on the thin side, but they seem durable. And like I said, they were a little bit bigger than this. They aren't very large cards, but they're even smaller now that I've trimmed the border. And as far as the shuffling capability, very easy to shuffle. And let's take a look at the cards. And they are amazing. Look at that, the 9 of Scepters, which would be the 9 of Wands. The 10 of Scepters, which would be the 10 of Wands. Lord of Scepters, which would be, I guess, like the Knight of Wands. He's there on the horse. The Queen of Scepters, which would be the Queen of Wands. Prince of Scepters. Now, I'm not sure what they're referring to the prince as. I'm going to need to read more in the book. And here we have the Queen of Skulls, which would be the Queen of Pentacles. The 9 of Knives, which would be the Swords, which would be the 9 of Swords. And I love the moon in the background. And these cards are so detailed. There's such an energy about them. And the colors are just so enchanting. They're just amazing. The Queen of Knives, which would be the Queen of Swords. The Death card. Temperance. And there she is pouring, it looks like blood into the cauldron. Very, very interesting. The 3 of Grails, which would be the 3 of Cups. Daughter of Scepters. And I am believing that maybe the daughter could be more or less like the page. Like I said, I just received these cards 2 days ago, so I've not even begun to really touch base on that book. But these are extremely, extremely detailed, very enchanted and magical. The Seven of Grails, which would be the Seven of Cups. Eight of Grails. Nine of Grails. And in the pictures, even though the Grails are the cups, you're not going to see, any cup symbolism, which is very interesting. The Ace of Grails, where you have one cup. The Empress. The Emperor. And we're used to him sitting, on his throne. This one is standing, just facing with a serious look on his face. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Look at the energy in that card. And I love the white roses in the background. The Chariot. Justice. The Hermit. This is very interesting. You have all these skulls here. It looks like a foggy forest in the background, kind of like a hazy atmosphere. All of these cards are very dark art. They really get their point across. And here we have Fortune, which would be the wheel. Lord of Skulls. So again, I'm thinking the Lord is the knight because I'm used to the knight in Tarot being on a horse. Ten of Skulls. So basically, this would be like the Knight of Pentacles, since the skulls would be pentacles. Ten of Skulls. That's 10 of Pentacles. Daughter of Skulls, which I'm thinking this would be the Page of Skulls. I may be wrong, because we also have the Prince of Skulls. This woman looks much younger than him, so I'm thinking this is the Page. Prince of Skulls. The Hanged Man. Seven of Skulls. Five of Skulls. Six of Skulls. Four of Skulls. Three of Skulls. Ace of Skulls. The Star. Daughter of Knives. Eight of Knives. Seven of Knives. Six of Knives. Five of Knives. Four of Knives. Nine of Skulls. Eight of Skulls. Three of Knives. Two of Knives. The Ace of Knives. Lord of Grails. So again, I'm thinking that this is the Knight, okay, since he's on a horse. So this would be the Knight of Cups. And he does have a cup in his hand. And Lord of Knives. Okay, so I'm thinking that this would be the Knight of Swords. Knives are swords. And he's on a horse, of course. So he would be, to me, would be a knight. Daughter of Grails, which, again, could be like a page. Prince of Grails. So what's interesting is we have the prince and the daughter. And I need to read that book to distinguish the difference between these two. And we have Strength. The Priestess. What a beautiful, enchanted card. I love her gown. The Magician. Look at the energy in that card. Four of Grails. Five of Grails. Six of Grails. Two of Grails. 10 of Grails. Queen of Grails. So this would be the Queen of Cups. And she has a cup. Prince of Knives. Okay, so it would be the Prince of Swords. Again, there's a daughter and a prince, which, again, I'm going to have to check the book to see what that's about. The Fool. Two of Skulls. The Devil. The Tower. Look at that, with the lightning in the back and the red lights. Very powerful. The Moon. Now that's an interesting picture. The Sun. Judgment. The World. Ace of Scepters, which would be Ace of Wands. Two of Scepters would be Two of Wands. Three of Scepters. Oops. Four of Scepters. Five of Scepters. And we have Six of Scepters, Seven of Scepters, and Eight of Scepters. And again, there was a very small black border going around the outside of the card, which made it a little bit bigger than this. Again, I prefer the cards without the border. I think it really makes the pictures pop, as you can see. Beautiful deck of cards. Very interesting and very different from anything else that I have. I've never had a vampire deck. Or no, wait a second. I do have Wisdom of the House of Night. So that more or less is a vampire deck, but it's not as edgy as this. This is really different. This would be great for someone who's beginning. If they like to read, I'm sure it's not going to be that hard to learn what the different meanings are, the scepters, the grails, the knives, the skulls, what the daughter means. Slightly different than what you're used to with the traditional tarot, but absolutely worth every penny that I've spent on them. Great for a professional reader and great for around Halloween. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back with more reviews.